Okay, we're ready to do chapter 8. And on chapter 8, we are going to, this is in the 6th edition. My other videos were for the 5th edition. So I hope this helps because the author has done a really good job of redoing how do you do grids. The 3 wireframes that we're going to be designing for are a small display, medium, and large display. Right now, we have forced a 2-column layout. And that's like the standard. No matter what page you go to, you've got this, or no matter what device you're on, is what I meant to say, you've got a 2-column. So notice if my device was this narrow, there's no flexibility here, okay? It just is what it is. And you're going to have a horizontal scroll, and horizontal scrolls in web design are evil, unless that's like fully what you're intended and you have a horizontal scroll forever. Otherwise, it's just not a good design practice. So let's go ahead and let's bust apart. We're going to bust apart this thing and redo it so that it is using responsive design. All right. So I have a new chapter 8 already done. I copied my chapter 7, moving on to 8. I'm going to go in and let's just change. Now I'm doing chapter 8 here. And then let's see. So first we're going to review the HTML structure. We're going to wreck it. We're going to redo our style sheet so that it fits. Configure the CSS. To do a mobile first design and medium design, we're going to have a viewport meta tag, of course, on every web page. Which is standard now. If you're using Visual Studio Code and you put in your HTML boilerplate, you're automatically going to get that. And that's probably what you already had by doing the first task in this course. All right, so let's go ahead and get to it. Okay, so we're on task 2 already. It's configure a small single column layout. Open the index. All right, we got it. Let me change this around. Oops, I'm just messing stuff up. Hold on. Okay. Okay, usually I have my preview on the right. I'm going to unhook it. There we go. Notice I can click and drag stuff a lot. Okay, so I'm in my index, and right now it says configure a small single column layout. So now I'm wrecking it again. Okay, so right now it says view the HTML, and notice that the div has a wrapper, and the wrapper has child elements. Let's go ahead and let me show you all the child elements of that wrapper. Look at that. Okay, we've got all of it, because here's this div wrapper. We've got header, navigation, the home hero, the main, footer, all of that, right? So there it is as shown. What we're going to do is configure the CSS so that we have no floats and full width block elements. We're going to remove any style declarations that configure float. We just put them in. Well, floats are a no-no. You want to show you that you can, but you only use floats for images, okay? Not for layout, because it'll wind up messing up screen readers. Okay, so it should be as intuitive as possible to a screen reader, and it should just go with the flow. We don't want to force things to happen. We want it to happen naturally based on just good styling practices. And so we're actually undoing some of these like workarounds that the author was teaching you and going straight to, okay, let's just do a one single column. So let's go in here. Pacific Trails, we're going to get rid of float and left margin. So any floats here, getting rid of that. Look at how it forces. Do you see that? It makes it go back to that. It's going to be fun. We get to see it undone, I guess. It's going to look good. I mean, it's going to be fun. Are there any other floats? This section. No float. So not even section. We don't want sections to float. I think that's it. Yeah. And then left margin. Margin left. Getting rid of this. This is gonna be easy. Okay, so watch. If I do Control F and I paste it in here, now I have the option to replace all at one time. So notice I have margin left. If I just replace all of it with empty, that means it's all gonna delete. Boom. Done. Now I'm in a one column. It's as it should be. Okay? As it should be. Any other left margin? Let's make sure there's no other margin left. Margin left. Any other? No. Okay, that's it. Do I have any margin shorthands beside auto? Let's see. Good. No. Okay, good. All right. Now I'm going to remove the width declaration for the navigation. Makes sense. Okay. It's not 160 pixels. It's whatever it needs to be. And I'm setting the padding to 0. And I'm configuring center text. So I'm making it centered now. Text align, center. Now it's over here in the middle of the page. And then we're going to go down to number 3, edit the styles for the wrapper ID. Okay, that's below all our regular element selectors. We get into our ID selectors. I don't have my comments set up correctly in here. Mobile. Okay, wrapper. Where is it? It's up at the top. Normally, I guess we're doing it with when it shows up, order that it shows up. That works too. Okay, so we're going to remove the width, min width. Okay, so removing that and removing width. Okay. Ooh, looking weird over here. That's actually standard. And we're removing border and box shadow. Just messing up all the work we've done. Okay. Code a style rule for the navigation link selector, set a 1 pixel. So now we're just going to give these guys a nice little bottom border. So nav UL. So we have header links, H1 nav, navigation links. Now we have the UL, and now we're going to have the LI. Okay. Nav LI, and there it's going to have a pixel dark blue solid bottom border. Solid bottom border. Border bottom. Okay, 1 pixel solid, and then it's hashtag that dark blue. That works for me. I could also, it's like too dark. Let's see, hashtag. What are the different ones? Let's see. Oh, let's do that one. Yeah. Okay. And then this nice light border color kind of. Oh, here's these different levels. Add styles for the header element selector. Remove the style declarations for padding and height. Padding and height. Getting rid of the header. Padding and height. There we go. It's better. And then H1, we're removing the declaration for font size. So get rid of the font size. Just did that. Now we're getting rid of it. Let's leave it as is, okay? And then what? Remove the declaration. Set the top and bottom padding to 0.5. Okay. Padding, let's see, top and bottom is 0.5 EM and 0. Okay. There we go. So nothing on the left or right. See how that makes it so that it lines up super, yeah. So I wouldn't necessarily do 0, but that's what they want. Remove the section element selector in all style declarations. Number 7. What? No. We're removing it. Goodbye. Wow. Save it. Okay, so now we have deconstructed and now we have a 1-column layout. This is what it should be in the first place, okay? This is what it should be in the first place. And then anytime we want to do a 2-column, then we go in and we use a, we use media queries. All right, looking good. Okay, so now that we have this 1-column layout, which is how it should have been all along, that's fine. Notice that we, like, the whole thing with the 1-column was we were getting rid of the things that were forcing it to be a certain width and have margins. That's a good thing. We only want to do that when we know that the screen size is exactly what we want it to be. So that's good. The point where it starts to seem awkward in the navigation, we're looking at this now. So here's a small size. It looks good, right? Nice 1-column. Now, as we start widening this, it starts to look a little weird. Like, why is it so long up here? And they say it's about 600 pixels. How can you figure that out for yourself? Well, you can actually use your web browser to figure that out in the future. Okay, so check it out over here. So this is my Firefox Developer Edition. Now, if I have it like this, if I inspect my page, let's make this big real quick. Okay, so I can tell on here, let's see, where is it? Right here in my border box area, I can tell what the screen size is. In Chrome, it actually shows up right here. It's kind of nice if you're using the Chrome inspector. But I can look at it over here. Keep going. Okay, so here's my nice 1-column. It looks good. Looks good. Looks good. I think it starts to look weird there, but they're okay with it. And let's say, yeah, right about there is when it gets really weird looking, especially with Pacific Trails. So what we want to do is configure a media query so that at 600 pixels, it's going to change and do something different. So let's go ahead and do that. Is this right here? Okay. So we have to do all our media queries go at the very bottom. And I'm going to give myself some notes here. Say this is my medium layout. So this is like a tablet. Okay, so I'm going to use my media query at media screen, and look at that. In Firefox, it already shows me how to do it at media screen. And then I have to give, it's a function, so I say at media. Oh, wait, hold on. Let's go to the actual text. I have to remember how they do it here. Flexible box layout, is that it? Let's see. No, I love Flex, but no, that's not it. Flex containers are my favorite. We're going to wrap one up with media queries. Okay, now I'm just going to search for it. Let's see, media queries. Here we go. Here we go. Page 299. Here it is, at media. Okay. So I want to tell you something that I did. We don't need to use the screen. That is typical, but you don't have to do it for this one. At media, min, width. I'm going to tell you something that I did. It took me hours to figure out what I did wrong. Nothing would show me until finally I went to a validator and it showed me what I did wrong. And it was that, that's it for now. Hold on, sorry. Media. All right, here we go. Okay. Medium. 600 pixels or greater. So min width of 600 means 600 or greater. Okay, so add a min width of 600 pixels. I want you to notice what I did here. Now, normally when I make rules, I put a semicolon at the end of the line. When I first did this for the first time, I put a semicolon there and it wouldn't work. And it took me hours to figure it out. I was in a live online class. It was so embarrassing. There's probably a video about it somewhere. But I figured it out. Finally, that's why validators are so great. In fact, now if I was using Visual Studio Code, I would have seen that it has a red line on it and it's like, hey, why do you have this? You're not supposed to have that there. So yeah. All right. Anyways, code the following. So within, so basically what I'm doing here is I'm like making a new style sheet, kind of like I'm saying, okay, new style sheet. This is when the screen size is a certain size. I'm going to do it like this. And so I'm making a style sheet within a style sheet. So technically I could have multiple style sheets and I can call the style sheet based on the media screen too. So that's another method, and that's probably a better method in the, like, if you were like straight up building your own website, have separate style sheets for the different screen sizes. You know, yeah, but it doesn't matter. This one, this is what we're doing. It's great. Okay, so here's what we're doing. So whatever up here, remember, anything that happens at the bottom is going to supersede whatever happens at the top because of the cascading style sheets. So we can replace stuff that happens up here with stuff down here by simply rewriting the selector and the code. So we're going to configure the style for the NavUL selector. So let's go look real quick what our NavUL. So here's our NavUL selector right now. Okay. It's got list style type of none, all that, just margin, padding, nothing, no, it has no display properties. Well, what we're going to do here is make it a flex container for a row that does not wrap. Also configure styles to cause the browser to display empty space before. Okay, so we're making a Flexbox. So now our NavUL is going to have flex, display, flex, flex. Okay. Now, let's see what happens. There we go. See this? So now watch what happens. If I put it back to my one column, it gets rid of that display. But once I hit 600, and you can watch at the bottom right, once I hit, okay, well, it was less, 500, then it turns into flex. Okay, and wrap, flex wrap, no wrap. And then, which one is this? Display empty space, justify items, justify content. Oh, shoot. Okay, I gotta look again. Flex basis, flex, proportional, no. Flex scroll, flex shrink, no. Flex wrap, Let's see. We go back. How do I go back? Flex direction. Justify content. Here it is. Justify content. Space between. There it is. Okay. Or space around. Yeah. Okay. Justify content. Space around. Okay. Watch what happens here. Refresh the page. Ah, yes. Very nice. Oh, you notice how the underlines are back. So we'll have to get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, border bottom, none. Okay, so now notice I'm not repeating everything. I'm only doing what I wanted to change. So nav li, nav li. Let's get rid of this little extra guy here. Okay, nav li text or border bottom, because it wasn't a text direction or decoration. It was a border bottom. Border bottom is now none. Okay, good. Refresh. There we go. Very nice. Okay. Good. I like it. Code of style rule for the section element selector. Okay, so now we didn't have a section. We took out our section in our regular because we didn't care. Like we wanted in yurts. Okay. We didn't want the 3-column layouts. We didn't need the sections to be styled a certain way. I might add some padding if I were, if this was my page, I would add a little extra padding here, maybe. Actually, I'd probably make these drop downs, it'd be like a FAQ, but whatever. Okay, this is what we're doing. And then, so now it's saying, okay, let's go ahead and let's make the section have on a medium. We're going to go ahead and give it a left and right margin on medium. So it's not like extending across the screen for a long time. So margin, left and right. So top, bottom is 0, 2EM is left, right. Yurts. That's it for now. Oh, yeah. So what did I do? I just gave a bigger margin. Can't tell the difference that much, but it's there. Okay. All right. And then save it. This is good. All we did was this little tiny one. We're good. Okay, so now it says you need to make a few changes. So you should be able to resize. It looks good. Medium looks good. The medium is still different from 8.61. Let's see. Oh, so we want a 3-column layout on a medium? Oh, so we still want a 3-column layout. Okay, so it says we still want a 3-column layout. You need to make a few changes. A quick way to accomplish this would be to revert back to the Chapter 7 case study, configure the section element selector with right float. Another way to create a 3-column look is to configure a flex container for the 3 section elements, which is what you will do. Yes, 3-column flex container. That means that the order will stay the way it's supposed to. Okay, so we are going to modify the HTML. The flow class will be used to configure a flex container. We're going to edit the yurts file, code a div with a class flow in yurts. Okay, yurts. Love that word. Still love that word. A couple years later, still loving it. All right, around the whole thing. So now I'm going to make a div. I'm going to give it a class of flow. So I'm like, hey, I want this like flex flow. I'm going to put it right below the last section element. There we go. Doesn't do anything yet because it's not configured in my CSS. Now I'm going to configure it. So let's go back over here and we're going to put the flow in, modify the edit, create a new style rule within the media query. So make sure it's in the media query. So right after section, I'm going to do a flow.flow. And I'm going to say what this is for. I'm going to say that this is creating a 3-column layout for our FAQ. Okay, that's basically what this is happening here, okay? This class of flow, and it's going to have a flex container, so that means a display of flex, and then flex flow, flex direction row. We definitely have to say that because it's different than a column. Like a natural is column, I think. Let's see. So since this flow is outside the sections, it's treating those nested elements of sections as items within the flex container. Okay, so now it's going to force them. Let's see if it's done it already. Yep, there it is, done already. Cool, huh? Yeah, that's it. Add a declaration to the styles for the section. Set the flex property to 1. Flex property to 1. Section, okay. Flex 1. There we go. Oh. When I didn't have that, what was the difference? Hold on, let's look at that. Let me see. So what did that do? Let's see. What did that do? Oh. Wait. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let's test that. See what it did. Okay, and then so let's look at difference. Oh wait, hold on. Let's see what this did. Just the way it's structured. Oh, yeah, it's hard to tell the difference. Oh well, okay. So we did that. It's good, it's good. Display your index skirts. The display of the index file should remain unchanged. However, the yurt should be similar and the activity should be similar to 8.62. Let's look at 8.62. It wants us to do the same thing for activities, right? Let's see, yurts and activities. Okay, so let's do the same thing. We got to put this flow container in the activities page as well. Flow. Let's put that around all our sections. So right after the H2 div. And let's get rid of that. Put it down here after the last section. And then I'm going to call it class flow. All right, good. So anytime I have this flow area, I'm saying, hey, I want this line, whatever elements that I have, I want them to be in this like flux container in the row. Okay. So it should, let's do a little refresh, go to activities, there we go. Cool, nice. Okay, so now for the final, for the final one, we are going to make it so that we are using, we're going to have this 2-column layout for the large display, a grid layout. Specifically. So basically what's happening, like as we get a little larger, so I'm at 760 right now. Looks really nice, right? I don't really like it at 600. I'm glad that right around there it pops. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so as I go, it pops differently because mine is at zoomed in a little bit. So as I go and I start getting bigger, bigger. Oh yeah, it starts getting a little weird, right? So we want to make one more where it's like, hey, you know what? We can take up some nice space here. We can move everything over again. And also the image looks weird, although like we could have styled this image a different way so then it never looks weird. But we didn't, and that's okay. All right. Let's do this. Okay, so it says around 1024. All right, let's go back to our Pacific. Go all the way to the bottom. I want to make sure that I'm outside of this media query because now I'm doing another media query, but now this is for the large layout. Okay, so for the large layout, okay, we're going to do another media at media, and we're going to give it a min width of 1024 pixels. Okay, and I'm going to open it up, and then I'm treating it like a whole other style sheet again. So when the media query is triggered, you'll configure the grid layout for supporting browsers. All browsers supported except for Internet Explorer. Yeah, it would render web page layout with horizontal navigation. That's fine. Okay, so some things are not going to have the nav. That's fine. So now I am making it media query. All right, configure styles for the wrapper selector. Okay, so let's start with the wrapper selector. And remember, that's the divider that goes around all of the content inside the body. And I'm going to set an auto margin, auto. So everything is nice and centered on the page. I like that. And then a width of 80%. Okay. And then I'm going to do I'm basically going back to the other thing. Like it was already, I already had it. I could go and copy, but whatever. Border, and I'm going to do a 1 pixel solid, and then it's that dark blue. So it's like, let's check, which one was it? That looks good to me. And then, whoops, box shadow. Box shadow was 3 pixel. I always forget box shadow. What are the things? Let's see. Box shadow 2 to 4 lengths. Okay, so 3 pixel, 3 pixel, 3 pixel, and then dark blue. So let's do that same hashtag. Let's do this dark blue. Is that right? Does that do anything? Let's go look. Oh yes, that looks nice. Nice drop shadow. I like it. Okay, you can mess around with that as much as you want, but no need to. When you're doing your own work, you can go crazy with box shadows. Box shadows are so much fun. It adds like a depth. It adds like 3-dimensional to your work. Compare styles for the nav element selector. Okay, so I'm outside of the wrapper. Enter. I like how it changes colors. So the purple indicates that I'm inside the media query. It matches the color here. It's just another way to kind of tell if you make a mistake. Colors change in your code editor, and you can kind of be aware. The nav element selector. So just the nav. Just kidding. Nav. Now for the nav, all of these, it's crazy how many properties, CSS properties there are that like you just won't even touch. But you'll learn if you're, working and you want a certain thing to happen, you might come across them. And this one, left text alignment, 1 EM left padding. Okay, so text align left and padding left. I'm all about padding with 1 EM and stuff, like in that range of 1 EM and 1.5 EM, but not oh, I'm gonna do 150 pixels. That's a lot. Okay, so how does it look now? Let's see. Everything. Oops. Oops. Let's see. Text align left. It's still in the flex. Still in the flex. So it's being evenly spaced. So it doesn't matter. Okay. Yeah. Still being flexed. Okay. Let's see what happens next. We're going to get ready for some progressive enhancement with grid layout. So we're going to configure a feature query, use @supports to check for grid display. Configure the following styles within the feature query. So when it supports, if it supports, if it doesn't support, do everything else. If it does support, do this. Okay, so let's go real quick. Feature query. Let me look this one up. Progressive enhancement. Here it is. Okay. Supports feature query. Supports display grid. Ooh, yeah, there it is. Love it. Okay, so this is basically what we're doing here. Okay. All right, I'm going to make it @supports. at supports, progressive enhancement means that, hey, this isn't always going to happen. If a certain browser doesn't understand this, then do something different. But at supports, let's do a display of grid. Okay, and don't put a semicolon. Ugh, I almost did it again. It's so natural for me to add semicolons. Okay. I might have to go back here. Okay, but for now. Okay, let's see. Oh, it doesn't go back to my page. That's so annoying. Okay, let's see. All the way down. At supports. Configure the styles in my feature query to check for grid display. Okay. Configure styles for nav UL. Now in my media query, I'm like, okay, at this screen size, I want you to check, and I want you to go in here, do all this, and check if it supports grid. If so, do the display, and then do the rest of the stuff in here. UL. Set the flex direction property to the value column. Flex direction column. Ooh, because before it was row. Let's see what happens. Let's refresh. Yeah, see that? That's cool. Okay. And then we're going to give it a grid. I'm excited. Okay, I'm excited about the grid now. Notice the grid areas in figure 8.63. Code style rules to configure each child element of the hashtag wrapper with the grid area property to correspond to figure 8.63. Use 8.5. Okay. 8.63. Okay, hashtag wrapper. Okay, so I'm going to start with I'm going to start and do wrapper header. Okay. I'm going to do hashtag wrapper nav. I'm going to do hashtag wrapper hero. I'm going to do hashtag wrapper main. No. And hashtag wrapper footer. I don't know that I feel like I didn't really need to have it in wrapper, but apparently they say I did. Okay. Okay, it says do that within the grid area. Use a hands-on practice. Dot hero. Grid area hero. Hold on. Okay. Okay. Grid area property. Okay. Hashtag wrapper. You know what? I didn't have to have all this. Yeah. Okay. I don't have to have this. It's a given. Let me just, yeah. Okay. I don't have to have the descendant selector. It's always going to be that. Unless I didn't want it to be, but yeah. Anyways, okay. Hashtag wrapper is grid area property. Okay. Grid area. Grid area. Okay, so grid area is header, header. Okay, notice I'm kind of doing it like this, like 1, 2, and then the next one. Is this how I do it? Oh, jeez. I just forgot. Hold on. Grid area. Go here. No. Okay, hold on. It's so... Okay, hold on. No, okay, hold on. 8 point what? Grid area. Layout with grid areas. Here we go. Okay. Grid wireframe. Oh, hold on. First of all, I'm doing this in the wrong place. Secondly, I have to declare all of this first. Oh, gosh. Okay, I remember. All right. So, first, I name it. So I say header. This has, and I can do this on one line. Grid area of header. And I'm naming it. Okay. I can make this all on one line. Okay. And then I have the nav. Grid area nav. Grid area hero. This makes it, you're basically doing variable declaration if you've ever done anything, any other sort of coding. That's what this is. Footer, grid area, footer. Okay. Okay, so I've just established it, and then let's see. So, grid area template. So I'm like, okay, use the grid area property to associate a CSS selector, either an HTML class with the names. Okay, we're using those, and then we indicate grid template areas property in the wrapper. Okay, so I'm actually going to do this all the way around. What is this? Okay. Oh no. What did I do? Wait. Okay. Hold on. Get rid of this. This should be inside here. Okay. I'm making sure that my wrapper is inside my support still. Okay. But I'm going to have the wrapper here. And then now I'm going to use the grid template. Grid template column areas. I love this one. It's so cool. Okay, the syntax is different from what you've used before. Okay, it's grid areas, grid areas. If a column and a row should be skipped, use the period. Each row must indicate the same number of columns. Okay, cool. Okay, so here's the way this works. So first, I have to say that my display is gonna, oops, my display is grid. Okay. And then I'm gonna say grid template columns. And now I have to think, okay, well, how many columns do I have? It was 2. Okay. Think. Oh, we'll go back. Or sorry, you don't just put 2, my bad. You do 150 pixels. I'm just going to put it in here, and then we'll change it. 1 FR means take up the rest of the space. And then grid template rows. I can't go back and forth since I'm using the ebook. It's kind of challenging. I'm sure you guys have run into this. Going back and forth. Auto 50 pixels. So we're seeing like there's definite sizes for the first and third row for the header, nav main. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna look. Oh boy. Okay, let's go find my case study. Okay, let's go see what our thing looks like. Okay, so it's like header. So it is 2 row. Okay, 2 columns. So it goes like header. Do I have to put a exclamation point or no, I don't. Okay. Sorry. Header, and then let's go like this. Header, and then we're like, no, okay, hold on. Header, nav, hero, nav, main, nav, footer. I think that's it. Let's see. Configure the CSS. Launch it. Okay, let's see. Go template. The class hero to the div tag. Okay, hold on. Let's go and put this class equals hero, which it should have been the whole time, whatever. Okay, hero, and then let's put this class on every. It's an extra attribute. Remember, you can have a class, an ID. You can have multiple classes, multiple. Can have multiple IDs. Yeah, you can have multiple IDs. Can have multiple classes. Oh, I mean, you can. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, hold on. Let's go here. Here it is. This home hero. Okay. I feel like I didn't do it right, but let's see what happens. Ah, everything's gone. Yeah, I obviously didn't do it right. Okay. Cool. Grid template property. Okay. Oh. Grid template. Let's see. Let's go do the grid template. Oh boy. I knew there was a. Here it is. Okay. My grid template. Okay, hold on. Alright, let's go over here. I knew there was quotation marks I wasn't doing. Okay, hold on. Grid template. Okay, get rid of the area part. Grid template, and then this is quotation marks. Header, 100 pixels. I don't understand. For 50 pixels? This is the height? Oh, this is... Oh, okay. Grid template. Hold on. Okay, so... Yes, open. Help me out here. Okay, grid template is a shorthand property. Grid columns, grid rows, and grid areas. Grid... Okay. Grid template. Okay. A... 40 pixels. B, C, C, 40 pixels. So, okay. So, grid template rows and grid template columns. 40 pixels. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try this again. This and this. And then the header is what? The header is what? Header 100 pixels, sure. Wait, did it give me the thing? Now I can go back here. This ain't no joke. It's hard. I get it. Okay, here we go. Let's go here. Header. It's not giving me... I know that this is 180 pixels. Okay, so that's 180 pixels. That's all I know. So I know that its header is... What? What is this? Hold on. So what is this? Okay. Grid areas. Grid template. Grid template areas. Grid template rows. Okay. Okay. So the row at the top. Let's just do row 100 pixels. 100. Okay. 100 pixels. Okay. And then let's do nav hero. Nav hero. And then this is auto. Auto. Nav main. Auto. And then nav footer. 50 pixels. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Then what? Look at this guy. Nothing's there. Oh, min, max, maximum 50 pixels auto. Oof. Okay. Yeah, it's tricky. All right. Now I still need... Okay, I need divided by at the bottom. Okay, so the syntax is down here. I make like a divided by, and then these are my columns. Grid template columns. Okay, so my columns are... Oh, is your brain hurting? My brain's hurting. My columns are 180 pixels. Should be 180 pixels. 180 pixels. 180 pixels. 1 FR. Get rid of those. This is a shorthand. This grid template. So I have no idea if this is gonna work. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh. Whew. This is stressful. That was stressful, guys. That was stressful. Okay, but look at that. Look at the area names. You see this? How cool is that? Wow. So I did it right. Yay. So I think I could have kept going with the grid template. So I declared all the grid areas and then I basically plotted it out. Okay. I said, okay, for this, I want this to be header, and then nav hero. And then I had to think, well, okay, so how big do I want that row to be? 100 pixels works. Okay. I could make it, you know, you can make it like, a lot of times our top row will actually be like a vertical height. It'll take up a certain amount of the window. So you could have done something like that. Oh, but I felt pretty proud. Okay, so the one thing that we haven't done. Nice. Okay. So let's look at all the pages. Let's see. Yours looks good. Whew, that's nice. I'll give a little padding here. Not sure why it doesn't have padding, but whatever. This looks great. Make sure that we have a viewport meta tag, obviously. Goodness. Go to activities. In our head, right after the character set, I'm going to do another meta. And when I start doing meta, it is viewport. There it is, viewport, device width, initial scale, perfect. This is the responsive, it helps with responsive design. It says, hey, when you first show up, wherever device you're on, make sure that the initial scale is 1 rather than some other random scale. If for some reason, you just never know. The initial scale is 1. Okay? It doesn't change anything viewable, but it changes on different devices how it's going to behave. Great job. I hope this helped clear up any issues that you were having based on the 6th edition. Now, when you do your table, it will be much better for chapter 9.